What's up, guys? In this video, I'll talk about video games and the negative impact on people's lives that it has. So I've been a video game gamer my whole life until recently. It's been a while, a few months, maybe a year, and I still played here and there during the transition, but I stopped completely. Like, not entirely. From time to time, I play a chess match, but then I lose because I don't play consistently, and I hate losing. Yeah, that's a proper gamer, competitive gamer, that is. Yeah. So it started from, I don't know. Was it like Game Boy? I had a Game Boy Color, and I played Pokemon. That shit, that shit slapped, bro. Uh, but I don't think that was the main, um, sort of main villain of my life. I think the bad stuff started when I got my computer, my desktop computer, which I got when I was 11 and started spending my time online. It started with chat rooms, you know, whatever. Not the naughty chat rooms, just like whatever chat rooms. There were chat rooms for kids on children's sites, whatever. Um, then it got into a browser game phase, playing the Flash games on browser. That was good. And then it transitioned into MMO RPGs, MMO games. Yeah. Then I noticed that these games are pay to win, every single one of them that I tried. And I was a broke little kid, teenager. So then I went to shooter games. Actually, my first shooter game was pay to win also. And then I to got into League of Legends, which is really huge now, but it wasn't back then. I got into that game in season 1 and the end of season 1. And back then the game was very different. Like when you played bad, people would like give you advices in the chat and be really nice. The community was very different. Yeah, now it's very toxic. Everywhere where the the herd, the mainstream people, the normies come, it just gets destroyed. It loses its merit, really. You don't want to be in the herd ever. It's so toxic, it's so bad. Hive mind. It's not a good way to be. But I was still playing the game despite it being so toxic that I didn't enjoy a single game almost. Every time I started a game, I regretted it afterwards because it was not an enjoyable experience at all. The thing is, I never got good enough to be a pro. I didn't have a proper systematic strategy to improve. I just played the game a lot. because it allowed me to escape from my real life, which really sucked. And it also caused me to not engage in real life, which is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah, it just works with each other towards this outcome of failure. And it took me a while. I had to come across a few videos, many videos that say how video games impact your subconsciousness, your mind, and your life. And I'm gonna share it with you in this video. Yeah, then also I the last like push for me was when I decided to get good, like get the highest rank. Not rank 1, but the highest like rank in that game, which is like top 200 people or whatever on the server, and I did it. And it seemed impossible for me, but I really wanted to test myself and told myself that if I reach this rank, I'm gonna start living my real life for real. And I tricked my brain to think this is do or die. You just get that or you will not flourish. And if I didn't reach that, I'd probably give up on myself, because before that I thought I'm a damaged toy, I'm damaged good. And yeah, if I won't be able to achieve the top rank, that means that my brain isn't functioning properly anymore. And I'll just live my normie life, like it's over for me. Like I'll settle with average. But for some reason, I pushed and I got it. I was beating the best players on the server. I even beat the guy that won world championship before. But beating in solo queue and beating in a tournament are two different things. But still, I beat him. But then I started having financial problems because I was sitting at home all day, every day, and needed to pay the bills. So I said to myself, alright, dude, I made it. I told myself that I'm gonna start living the real life. So I started researching and trying to find a way to make money so that I could pursue my career. So I studied. I studied for a half a year, and it was a lot of information to digest. It took me half a year to digest that everything I thought I knew about this world was a fallacy, was false. And I'm the type of guy that wants to learn just what he needs, and yeah, don't pay too much attention to the details. I just take the general main thing that is important and remember it, kinda, to use it, to apply it to my life. But I'm not the guy that likes to pay attention to the details. So all this knowledge that I have now, I'm trying to share it with other people on this channel. Yeah. So that's where we are at right now. And now I'm gonna talk about video games, the Goliath in the room, the elephant in the room. So video games. There are different reasons why people play them. Some people play it to socialize. Some people play it for the thrill of dominating others, which was me. I enjoy the thrill, beating other people, showing them that I'm better than them. I don't know which one is worse. Probably the latter. And at first, when you are a child with a ton of time, it doesn't seem like an issue. You have so much time, you don't know where to spend it, so you just spend it on the thing that you enjoy doing. Once you get older, you start to realize how detrimental it was. So that's the issue. From growing up, from the time you grow up, and then realizing that you neglected a lot of areas in your life, and then you'll need to catch up. So that's what I had to do to catch up, and I didn't do it fully. Like, there is a lot of things to catch up, because I was playing my whole life from 11 years old to 27, basically. I was in this trance. It's like a trance that that really keeps your mind in a cage and doesn't allow it to develop. With video games, you gotta let go fully, or not. It's all or nothing. You cannot play in between, because it stimulates your mind and also occupies your subconsciousness. What I mean by that is that even if you're not playing at the moment, your brain is constantly thinking, how do I solve this problem? How do I improve my strategy? How do I get better? And it tries to solve a problem that you came across while playing, or tries to improve your systematic way of playing. Because our brains are problem solvers. We like to solve problems. That's how we survived in real life. And that's the nature of men, to make things better and work better. So it exploits this fact. That's why I say you either don't play at all, or you're a gamer. And the thing is, these companies that make these games, they're basically reprinting the old ones and making like a new one with new sprites, new themes. They are basically reprinting the games. And it keeps you really paying attention to the wrong things. And they do this on purpose. It's like the new iPhone, right? They have a system in that when should they release the new one, so that people keep buying the new one, which is better, but just slightly enough to be appealing to buy it. The thing with video games is that the gameplay is the same now. It's kind of stale. You know, if you played enough, like me, the way you play the video game is is basically the same over and over. At first, when you were a child and um, see these things for the first time, it's very fun. But over time, I don't know if it's just me, but it becomes repetitive. Like, yeah, cool storyline, but even the stories are are very similar. It's just with different characters. So if it is it worth it to be paying money for these things? Heck, even nowadays, new games are coming out for free, like new high quality games. There's a reason for that. It hinders your life. It also stimulates your progress, your perception of progress. You might be working on this character in a MMORPG, multiplayer, no, massive multiplayer online game, role playing game. And you feel good when you level up, right? But in the real world, you're still the same. Sitting in your stinky, dirty room, all by yourself. And, me, I kind of lost a few friends by being addicted to the stimuli, to the gaming. By the way, gaming and porn addiction go hand in hand because they give you the cheap dopamine. So if you want to quit one of them, you gotta quit both of them. Because yeah, they work hand in hand. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So it hinders your progress in life, and the thing is, when I stopped being a gamer, I realized how much I needed to learn, how much I missed out in my life. Because as a man, you need to develop your character. If you didn't have a strong father figure in your life, you'll have to do it yourself, and it's a lot of work. Yeah, I didn't have a strong father figure, almost non-existent. I think you can relate if you're in a similar spot like me. But there is a lot. During my studying period, I realized there's so much to learn, man. And if you really want to thrive in real life, which is more important and more beautiful than a fake virtual world, you gotta put in the work. And they still keep making new video games and new ways to keep you engaged. I think in 2024 there's gonna be Apple VR, and that is another one that I don't know, man. What kind of impact it will have on people? You could watch porn in that thing, dude. Sheesh. But it's not real. You gotta remember, it's not real. It feels good, but it's not good for you. Like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting how things are gonna play out in the future. Um, but living in this manner, yeah, it gave me some good memories as well, but the detriment of it outweighs the positives. So I'm grateful for the good stuff. Um, it's time to move on. You know, you you cannot stay stuck as a man child. That's another thing. When you go on Twitch or any streaming site and see these gamers gaming their lives away, um, you just see how they behave and are not developed as people because their attention is occupied with things that don't matter, are meaningless. It's like hypnosis. And you gotta break out of it if you want to become better. That's one thing that I'm grateful for, that I didn't become a pro player or a streamer. I'm glad for that, because seeing these people, they spend so much time getting better in this game that they miss out on getting better in real life. And when you go on Twitch, you see millions of people wasting their time streaming to 0 people or 1 person. And when you think about it, it's not a good ROI or rate of income or a way to spend your time. So it's not really that harmless. There's a reason why it is. It's entertainment. Entertainment, when you study etymology, I think, or the meaning of words, um, it means something about your mind. Like, I don't know. Don't wanna be talking out of my ass, but it keeps you occupied, just like movies, just like music. It's entertainment. And these things have been subverted to really change your way of thinking through subliminal messages. But yeah, that's it. Like, for me, it was stimulating the feeling of conquering that I have. You know, dominating others, being better than others. I loved that. But it was fake. It was not real. Yeah. So that's it. Eventually, you should start living and playing the real game, which is your life. I hope this video was useful. I hope you took some notes or have some new thoughts. yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.